live transmission of spirit, yes? How you doing, holy ones? I welcome you. Let me keep this light. I guess I can keep it on. There we go. Machiwa. So we're getting prepared for this, you would say, energy for these realizations as we talk about spirituality and your inner peace, yes? And we go inside, not looking outside for that. Well, it is called spirituality, so it's not part of this world, it's part of the other levels of the reality in our world. So we're going to explore that tonight. We're going to discover that tonight together, yes? Thank you for being here on my live. Koye Masul. Startsies are awakening. Sup, dude, says Peter. How you doing, man? We got Wade. Hello, Holy One. Yes, Machiwa. A lot of you guys are awakening, yes? Elixir Vision. What's up, Holmes? How you doing, Bato Loco? Yeah. We got Michael 333. How you doing, Holmes? Bato Locos forever, right? Gangsta spiritual G's. Lola, hello, blessings, holy ones. I love you all so much, and Maestro. I love you too. Kayewa. Thank you so much for your presence. Gil- Gilliana, Angelina, thank you for holding space with us. Much respect. We got Alex, Paola. Hey, brother, Machiwa, right? Just dyed my hair, fuchsia. Wow, I would like to put some fuchsia like streaks. That'd be cool. Cool. Awesome. Doing good too. All right. No, I didn't get more food. Thanks for asking though. But I have two things left. I have this. I have one can of food left. And some that big peanut butter. And so I didn't go today because I have to. Well, just so others know, I am boondocking in wilderness, and temporarily, that's in transition to rent a house or some place. And so I've been camping, and she's just asking about how the food is doing. And I have to plan my trips because it's a lot of gas to travel to Vegas because I'm like 30 minutes away. Um, and I waited because tomorrow is when I might go see the house or might hear word about the house. And I want to make that one trip. And so I'll get my groceries and then go to my storage and stuff like that. So sometimes our journey is not easy, right? A lot of times when we find ourselves interested in spirituality, it's usually when we're having issues and problems in our life. Maybe some drama, maybe some sadness or some heartbreak or some tragedy, something not very pleasant in your life. And usually that's what you would say prompt someone to go look for something outside the normal reality, outside of, or something related to the divine. And so we realize that that the world, the universe is so vast, so fantastic, and that there's some, must be some, higher evolved consciousness or God or creator being, a source being. Okay, that's when we start thinking about those things, guys. And so the reason I think, or you might think, is that people are trying to find guidance from spirits or from higher, you would say, benevolent divine beings. And I just want to say that one of the biggest messages here on Christos Avatar is that, Holy One, you are a divine being. And what you're really doing is self-discovery of yourself as a divine being. You're finding the divine within. Maybe you don't think you're divine right now. Maybe you think you're a mess and you have, um, maybe you think you're hopeless, but I just want you guys to know out there, you're not. You're actually, um, there's been many circumstances in humanity, not just your life, that have distorted that identity within all of us. And we sometimes look towards religion or some higher information or knowledge or power. And we're not sure sometimes about religion. So a lot of us do seek out some answers to our deep questions, our important, precious questions. We think as religion or something like spirituality as being sacred. Yes. So we're looking for something that is less corrupt than maybe this world may be, at least something more, that is, when you got to be careful when you say what's greater out there. Well, you are part of that greater. Okay, we talk about a very important concept called law of one here, and this is also coming from Ashana Dean's material, the Guardian Alliance. She talks about them a lot. That's the main source of her work, and so I'm part of that. You would say a student of that work, and so we're sharing it. And I've been, working with this information since 2010, and I've gone through officially at Ashiana's when she used to do workshops. I was doing the Kathara workshop along with the main workshop because I was beginner. Some of you guys are beginners. And so we're incorporating that within this spiritual teaching, the knowledge of the Guardian material, and also realizing how it's in my own personal life, it has transformed my life. Some of you are going through your spiritual awakening, okay? And so I welcome all of you, beginners and experts. Thank you for being here, and let's talk about this together. You guys have questions, feel free to ask. Usually I have a couple moderators on here, but we also want to be able to, answer as many people as we can. And I just wanted to say that I'm not able to, you guys have to realize I have 250,000 subscribers. Can you imagine how many messages that creates in all my platforms? I can't even do it all. I need a secretary. I need to, eventually I'll have a group of helpers and workers, and you would say people who want to be part of, I don't mean to say helpers and workers, I mean people who want to be on a team. I had some people, it sometimes creates drama. Some people have opposing views, and then they try to destroy the Christos platform or views. And so sometimes we have to let people go. Sometimes we have to find new people, because there's always people who are interested in the work, interested in their own spiritual self-discovery and development. And why not be part of a group who's focused on that? Yes. So Christos Avatar, we're focused on that. And this isn't New Age. This isn't religion. This is ancient knowledge, and it's being reintroduced by extraterrestrial guardian groups and guardian angelic nations. All right? And it's specifically called the Emerald Covenant, the Emerald Order. Ashiana calls it MCEO, which is Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order. And so she originally called her group the Azurite Temple. Now she's something else called Tantria Hura Productions or something like this. And so, but a lot of you who are here, a lot of you studying similar work, starseeds, indigo children, spiritual ascension, spiritual awakening. Well, you might be familiar with some of these ideas and concepts. Okay, so when we talk about spirituality, we talk about it as being many different levels. Okay, and we work our way through those levels progressively over time, and through, you don't skip a dimension. You don't go to skip a reality because you want to be in 5D. You have to go to 4D. You have to go to 5D, then 6D, then you go and develop your spirituality beyond. And so we're going to be talking about tonight. You have incentive to stay to the end, or as long as you can. And thank you again for being here. And something brought you here. Okay, we call that your higher self, which is not something external. It's always internal within yourself. And you're going to find you have some amazing consciousness and potential and spirit within you. Let's discover that. All right, Machiwa. And I want you guys to know that I'm sober. I've been sober for 3 days now. So that means I'm not smoking. Okay. That means I am simply exploring my health. A lot of us are, you would say, going through like some type of detox, some type of diet change, some type of health and exercise or fitness, or like yoga or something like that. I myself am doing the same things. I am trying to heal all the mistakes that I made in my past. I don't mean past life. I mean in this life, you know, when we were having some problems before we sought out spirituality. You know, now I used to be fitness. I used to be like a model. I was a businessman. Now I'm like a hippie. I'm just saying that we go through a lifestyle change, and walking on a spiritual journey in your spirituality is change, is transformation. So let's welcome that within each other. You guys can share your stories of transformation. Let's hydrate real quick. Last night was a good live. I was doing a lot of filming outside too. So Black Sky says letting go feels amazing. Thanos 808 Starman, much love and respect. What does maestro mean? Is that like a waiter? What is maestro? Machiwa. Well, Starman's been here for a while, so stick around for a while and we'll talk about it. Black Sky, Starman, Thanos, Rebecca. Learning to love the self. You said it. We got Alicia Rose in the house. Good to see you guys coming back. Ancient University Divinity. Someone is talking about divinity. God Enlightenment, brother, from Australia. Alex, thank you for being here. All right, you guys. Good to see you. We all have, you guys, we all have these, our own circumstances. You know, we all have like, and we also have all our own contribution when it comes to a spiritual community. So a lot of us have different circumstances and upbringing, and a lot of us have been grown up since we're little kids into religion, and we were discovering in our spiritual awakening that some of that is distorted, some of that is dark. And so I have a lot of videos about that. If you want to learn more about religion, take a look at those videos. Okay, I have no disrespect to any of your religions. Our system is called the law of one. It's not our system, it's the universal system. And we treat everyone as God, and we don't judge others' beliefs and the things that they do. We simply, if we don't agree, if we don't resonate with what, you know, the same information, that is perfectly okay. We don't have to always agree, you guys. And you can state your opinion and we can talk about your differing points of view, but we do it respectfully. We do it within, you know, like a courtesy, friendliness, and we can peacefully agree to disagree as well. So, and that's what spirituality is really about. And because there's so many systems out there, if you went and searched how many religions are in the world, well, there's over 4,000 plus religions. Who knows how many really, but that's a lot of religions, right? A lot of different opinions, right? Because they're different opinions, a different religion. It's set up as a separate system than the other system, than that system, than that system. And then we got people saying, oh, I'm right and your religion is wrong. My God's the real God. Your God's a fake God. So we have all this conflict. Maybe that's why there's so many religions, to create conflict, because we go into the history of it. We go into the like, you have Earth history, the history that you've been taught, and then you have the Guardians are telling us about a 1,000,000-year history. Okay? Humans we're talking about your spirituality, your spiritual identity is from 560 million years ago. That's our race, that's our DNA, right? Of course, you're much more ancient in that, and the higher consciousness, your higher selves, and we talk about your other selves, your past life selves. If you're going to have a past life, you're going to also have future life selves. Time-space is actually an illusion, but we still make reference to it when we talk about the concepts within the time matrix. Our reality is called the time matrix, a 15-dimensional reality system. That is our spirituality, okay? And so when we go on a path of spirituality, we're trying to go towards an inner peace, an enlightenment. We're trying to go towards some better circumstances than when we have now. Okay, 3D people, what we call 3D people is people, because we're in 1, 2, third dimension. There's a second dimension, there's a first dimension. Well, there's more dimensions after the third dimension. Well, we're trying to, the people who are stuck in the third dimension, they're not seeing the higher realms. They're not seeing the divine beings and teachings, or they don't, it goes over their head. They're not, it's not in their focus. It's not in their, their own understanding and knowledge. But a lot of you are trying to change that. We're trying to be knowledgeable about these things because we feel something changing within us and within the world. And once again, we can't find all the answers in religion. And so we are, you could say, you have every right. If you're stuck in some Christianity or something where they say you're not allowed, it's a sin against God, to go look for other information, what? That's a red flag right there. Now, I said again, we're not going to talk all about religion, but just realize there's always something that's referenced when it comes to, a difference in what an angel is, a difference, what is really angel, what really is God. Okay, those are deep, big questions. And that's perfectly normal. We want to know those big questions, you guys. And that's what we do, is we actually go within. You get used to being quiet, peaceful, still. Hear that silence? That's so you can calm all of that jumble of thoughts. Okay? That's what meditation is for. You want to still it, stop it, pause it. And that's where you start to become mindful of your breath. You change it. For example, a simple change in breath. You will simply inhale, right? But when you inhale, okay, first let's inhale normally. Let's inhale, and let me rephrase. Check your breathing right now. How long do you take a breath? And how long is your exhale? See, this is where we become mindful of our breathing, by checking it. Okay, here's my normal breath. So whatever your normal breath is, notice it. Now, take that normal breath and double it. Right now, let's do it together. Double your normal breath. And you can breathe you can exhale with your mouth closed or open. Some will say you got to do it this way or you got to do it that way. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything, what someone says, okay? So you don't have to exhale with your mouth open, okay? I prefer, sometimes I just do both closed. Okay, no, that was double. Okay, now let's triple it. Triple it. Dare I say quintuple, quadruple, quintuples. What's the sextuple? Do it as comfortable as you can do it. Now let's do it now with a relaxed position. We do something called mudra. You can do mudras, different mudras. Here's the basic simple mudra. Thumb and index finger. Okay? And just relax. Don't go like this. That's not relaxed. Relax. Almost like letting go, but you don't let go. You just barely hold up, barely touch, and let it sink into your lap if you're sitting. And do a quadruple breath. I mean, make your breath that long. Wait, let's do it with my hand. And I want to say that sometimes you will find that you can exhale a lot farther or longer than you can inhale. Like, for example, you can only go so far up, but you can, or you'll get used to it. You'll train your body to be able to do whatever you want. But what I'm saying is, at the beginning, exhaling, you can do exhaling like twice as much as you, like I can do like okay, let's say a super long, okay? I would do it like this. See, I can't inhale as long as I can exhale, but what I'm saying is this does something to your brain waves. It does something to your energy. It does something to your consciousness. Brain waves, energies, and consciousness. Brain waves, energies, and consciousness will change. So it won't change though if you don't meditate and relax and go into a different change of breath. So this is just some ideas to explore. That's one of the things that you can learn about outside of this video, or become an expert in breathing and meditation and being still. We're going still for a reason, not just to be bored and this is boring. I'm not, what's happening? Nothing's happening. Patience, holy ones. Okay, it's a process and it's progressive. It just doesn't happen like that. All right, you want results. You came from some, broken, distorted circumstances. Well, we're trying to heal that. We're trying to improve that. So here's some things to do to go into your inner self, to go to self-discovery, to go to inner peace, to go inside and find those answers. I'll tell you right now that everything you need, all knowledge, all answers are within. That's where you start learning about your true identity, your true divinity. Because there's religions and people and other systems that will say you're not divine. Holy One, you are. And you will find it. Yes, we became broken. We became hurt. We became unhealthy. We became distorted. We became dark down here. So everyone has some healing to do, honey. We need to do healing. We need to heal our body, our mind, psychology, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, and our spirit. And we do that progressively. Don't expect overnight, okay? You took you decades to get to where you are now. Okay, it doesn't mean it's going to take you decades to heal either. But what I'm saying is, don't expect 24 miracles. Miracles, transformations can happen. Usually, once again, it's from these circumstances, bad circumstances. But I want to say there's also something that can prompt you, is where maybe you had not something negative happen, maybe you had some unexplainable, divine, supernatural, psychic thing that you don't know what the hell was that. What was that? And you keep thinking about it in your days. You keep thinking about it. Now you start researching it because it's bothering you. That's your DNA, honey. That's part of your divinity. It's inside. And Christos Avatar, you learn that your divinity, your higher biology, your higher consciousness is literally inside your junk DNA, what scientists have labeled as junk DNA. Oh, it's just nothing. It's just dormant. Honey, it's nothing. It's not nothing. This is your Marvel superheroes. This is your transformation waiting for you. Because what humans are doing here on Earth in that 3D we mentioned earlier is trying to reclaim our 4D, our 5D. When we say D, we mean dimension. Okay? People keep saying density. It's not density, honey. It's called dimension. Okay? There's 15 dimensions. There's 5 densities. There's a difference. So you want to go from 3D and open your consciousness to 4D, astral, to 5D, archetype, 6D, celestial. Okay, that's the consciousness of angels. That's the biology of angels, 6th dimension. And as a psychic being, learning and developing your spirituality, well, honey, you're opening those gateways. They're called chakra. And you open them, you activate them. You don't hear scientists talking about that. You don't hear religions talking about that. No, because what you learn from Christos Avatar is that these are extraterrestrial, malevolent, dark agendas against you. You don't have to agree with everything we say here, okay? But most religions on planet Earth, most New Age spiritual systems are dark, wicked, not in your best interests. So what we're doing is learning from the guardian angelic nations, the Guardian Alliance. I said Guardian Alliance, not cross out, circle, strike through Galactic Federation. Sounds like a nice thing. It's not. Just like that religion is not a nice thing. Just like that New Age spiritual system that's teaching you reverse consciousness. It's called reverse Merkaba. Reverse, the opposite of what you want. Oh, you don't know that because you're not familiar with spirituality. But they're going to teach you some and not even always intentionally. I used to be a student of Drimvalo's work. I thought I was doing good work until later you find out something different. Okay? So, once again, we are going through a spiritual awakening, and there's a reason for that, why so many people are doing this right now. So, we'll talk about that as well. Sylvia, Truth, thank you for being here, Holy One. I love that butterfly. One of my spirit guides is the monarch butterfly. Michael's on fire. Chiwa. Yes, to all, Lola. You said it. Indigo Wizard. Yes, we have Divine Feminine in the house. Eric. Much love to all on this very beautiful night. Thank you so much for being here. Aaron C. Alicia Rose. 707. Somebody knows her numbers. Michael 33. Good to see you guys. I'm happy to see you, Starman. I hope your health is well. And your mom, your mother. Machiwa. Well, are they always different dogs? Let me see. Virginia. This depends. Is it dogs that you know? And it also could be. I'm not convinced, but some people are saying it's some reference to Sirius, dog people or something. I don't hear nothing about dog people, guys, in Ashana's work. Sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's been no conversation about dog people coming out of Sirius. Instead, it's about indigo children coming out of Sirius, like Jeshua. Jeshua Sananda Melchizedek was part of that council of, no, they're not council, a priest of Azraline. Think of a priest, some being in this robe or some type of, you're used to accustomed to seeing that type of energy with someone in type of garb, but these beings got these elongated heads when you're in the 6th dimension. Now remember, you go through a stargate downwards to like the third dimension, your body will change, your consciousness will downsize. It's called downstepping. You go through a stargate, you downstep. Okay? Because that's carbon crystal matter. How's that going to go with carbon matter? You see? It has to come down to carbon matter. And so these beings are coming down from another reality and another matter and another consciousness. And like we mentioned earlier, you're part of that. You got these energy centers, you got this consciousness, maybe you haven't awoken it yet. Well, that's what we're going to take care of. What's up, vatos? Virginia, Machiwa. I lucid dream, astral project for the first time last week. Whoa! With your kids too? Wow, awesome. What medicine did you use? Or no medicine? Hey, you said it as 7-Eleven. That's cute. 7-Eleven. My time zone, it says 7-Eleven. Let me get a little bit, guys. I'm starting to get a little hungry. Just let me take a bite. I'll take a bite. A couple bites of peanut butter today. I'm like almost out of everything, dude, including paper. I have a few pieces here and there, but no, it's hard. It's hard to swallow. I don't like plain. I don't like. What's it called? Plain, right? Is it plain? Oh, it's called creamy. I don't like creamy, but that's what they gave me, so I'm happy for that. I mean, I'm grateful for that. This is harder to swallow. Okay, I only take like two bites. Don't worry. Yeah, I know, guys. I won't normally eat this food. I ran out of my normal food. That's why I have to eat it now. But I always recommend, if you are going camping, always have some canned food or some emergency food that can last a long ass time in your car, truck, van, RV, in case you ever need it. Like today. Dude, I got this ice chest and this ice chest. I haven't used this one yet. It's just acting as a table right now. But tomorrow, I'm going to have this full and that full. And full of fruits, vegetables, and I'm going to eat smoothies, starting smoothies. And I'm going to be, when you say smoothies, I mean like avocado, celery mixed with ginger and honey and cinnamon and pepper and ice and water. And awesome, man. And an alkaline diet, you guys, actually fruits are not very alkaline. Why? What do you think? Why do you think? No, tell me. What do you think? It's because they have sugar. Vegetables don't have sugar. All right? If you look at fruits on an look up alkaline food chart. Okay? And look for one that has it in categories in different colors so you can understand what the hell's going on. You will find fruits that are acidic. So we're not trying to eat acidic on an alkaline diet. We're trying to eat non-acidic. So you're not going to want to eat a bunch of fruits. But in this transition, I'm going from this shit food to fruits and vegetables to only alkaline. That's my goal. Progressive. I don't recommend to jump within one day total change. Like especially when you start fasting. Because when you're a spiritual being, you're going to learn how to fast. It should be part of your journey. I'm not telling you what to do, guys. I'm just offering you advice from what works for most people when they get into this, is diet change. Okay, no one's judging you. I used to eat shit. I've been eating shit. I'm trying to change that. So I'm just trying. We're doing this together. We're getting this advice. We're getting this routine, these ideas and tips together. Let's do my second bite, my second one, because I only need 2, and this is my second one. This will last freaking a month, man. Shit. 2 months. Okay. Woo! I have 1 charcoal left. 1. And it might suck, but we'll try to at least light it with something. I mean, we'll try to get as much use of it as we can. I'm going to put little ones on there so it doesn't smother it. I work with incense resins. Let me swallow. I used to have some, it wasn't intentional. I had some very judgmental moderators before. I didn't know what the hell everything was going on because I'm too busy doing the show, right? Starman's cool, Indian's cool, Indigo's cool, we're cool. So when you see a happy, friendly person and they're not judging fucking people in my group, hello, there we go. Excuse my language. Some simple trail mix, that's all I got left. I mean, I have 1 can of soup, but I won't need that tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going shopping. I mean, guys, I'm not homeless because I have no money or something, and I'm not sitting on the sidewalk asking for money. That's not what I'm saying. Homeless means I don't have a house, but this is my house, but, you know, nature's my house for now. I have income. It's not like I'm rich or something. And look, I'm not. But I'm just saying that anyone can do this. You know, some of you have even told me that you've been homeless before. And there's no shame in having to go live in your car. Society will think so, but are you mainstream? No, we're not mainstream. Look, I'm a hippie. You don't care. You come to a point where you don't live your life for other people. You don't live for others' expectations. This too is part of your spirituality. That's one of your first lessons. And while we're on that topic, first lessons, well, one of your other few first lessons should be, it's very important, guys. Excuse me. So that peanut butter is your. It's called shadow work. That's one of the first things you need to work on, and then also ego work. We'll talk about that. Okay. So shadow is what? What's shadow? I don't have shadow. I'm a nice person. Well, even nice people, loving people, judge. Religion judges. Guardians don't judge, holy ones. So we're trying to aim towards non-judgment. Even before hatred, judgment is worse than hatred, in my opinion. Because that creates an entire civilization of anarchy, of negative Anunnaki, negative reptilians. That's what that shit is. So judgment, I would say judgment work. I would say shadow work and ego work. Judgment, shadow, and ego. So if you take care of those things, oh, diet helps, you know, we mentioned that already. Then you'll go through your transformation. Okay, just so you know, if you're a beginner, you don't feel it now. You don't feel psychic. You don't feel connected to angels and aliens and planets and the future self of your higher self. That's okay, Holy One. We were all there. I was there. Okay? The hell? These things get inside. Come on. Just shit. Go. Where's my cup? I have a cup that captures these guys. I thought I had a cup. I think I used that cup for something else. Ah! I'm not gonna kill it. I'm gonna shoo them away or something. Go. Oh. I still don't know what they are, but they looks like a gigantic mosquito. And now he's stuck in the tent with me until I can get him out. And they don't last long in here. This is like a tomb, you know, for them, because it's gonna be too hot for them eventually. So sometimes I'll have to deal with that guy, because I don't know where my cup is. Anyways, so you want to remember, spirituality, a journey is about change, you guys. That's why we're changing those things. Getting rid of your, okay, shadow work. Let's be specific. The typical things that are shadow would be hatred, anger, okay? Interest in dark magic, black magic, interest in demons, the occult, interest in Wiccan, interest in tarot, interest in planets as gods, worshiping. That's what astrology is, man. You're worshiping these fucking gods. You're connecting to gods. Aren't you using the planets? The planets are reference to gods. It's a twisted system. What is tarot? You're talking about Golden Dawn shit now. Now you're getting into a magic you think is good, is going to empower you. You can cast spells to make your life better and stuff. The thing about it is, you guys, most people have no clue what these symbols are. What are you really doing? Okay? We're talking about Hindu gods, Egyptian gods, Viking gods, Hebrew god, Christian god, whatever god. These are aliens who are angry, and they will judge you, and they will freaking put you in a terrible place called the lake of fire. Okay? Does that sound like a loving God? So that's what we're up against on the planet. We're up against that. Darkness, fear God. What? So we're learning these things from the Guardian point of view. No, there's a whole history of these beings, of these Hindu gods, these Greek gods, all these Roman gods. They're all dark, man. But we don't see that because we're saying, oh yeah, God's angry. Oh yeah, God judges. Oh yeah, God slaughters men, women, children, and animals. Oh yeah, God will do this for this reason. So we talk about that and how there is no gender in those higher beings. We talk about why those systems are dark. Well, that was reference to what we were talking about earlier, shadow work. Getting involved on all these systems on planet Earth, all these New Age systems, all these systems related to other gods. That's what we're trying to heal ourselves from. And guys, I'm not judging you. Many of you probably do tarot. Many of you probably have done magic. Okay? We've all been there. We've done that. We didn't know better. The Christos information is helping us know better. And once again, you can back off and say that, what? No, I like Archangel Michael. I like magic. There's nothing wrong with magic. It's when you're casting spells on people and consume. What is these normal Wiccans do? You're taking energy from something, not from life force. You're not using life force there. You're taking some other life force. You're using symbols that are taking, the energy's coming from somewhere else. Oh, why would you give credence to Jupiter, Mars, the god of war? Why would you get advice from these gods, these planets, and these alignments happening? You understand? Those were described as coming from the Watchers. You know, Enoch talked about the Watchers. That's where magic and the occult and tarot and all this shit came from. From higher dark beings, but we're worshiping them. We worship. You guys, I was into that shit too. We didn't know better. My Christian family couldn't give advice. There was no indigo Bible or information. I didn't know. I just know that I was experiencing psychic power, abilities, perceptions, energies. What is this stuff? Okay, you go find out. Oh, it has to do with these, you know, beings from these other worlds. Eventually, life is gonna kick your ass. Okay? You want to mess with those systems? Go for it. Have fun, vatos. Okay? It's going to lead you astray. It's going to take you into ego. It's going to take you, because most of those beings are coming from ego. I want this power so I can have power over others. That's not Christos. That's not guardian angelic. That's not the holy Eluhai. Okay, that's not the ascended masters. Okay, this is all related to fallen angels. And hey, you don't have to agree with me. Go back to your tarot. Go back to your Wiccan. Go back to your occult. Keep on practicing Tos emerald tablets. Go find out what all that new age bullshit is coming out of the Galactic Federation if you want to. Go for it, vatos. Check for yourself and come back after you've healed, maybe. Machiwa. So the charcoal's lit. It does get intense around crystals, so it's not for everybody. And no, I'm not stoned. I'm not high. I'm sober, vatos. Got these dude wipes. I found out, hey, if I run out of paper, here's some dude wipes. And that's exactly what happened. I ran out of paper, so I've got some dude wipes. Guys, I didn't mean to offend anyone, okay? This is simply a lot of drama, a lot of suffering, a lot of horrible things have been happening from these beings. And when you learn the Christos, you'll learn some of the things that they've done. We used to be immortal on Earth. We could live forever. Not anymore because of these beings that you're worshiping in all of these systems that I just mentioned. Okay, and think about it. You're feeding them. You are feeding these dark beings with those systems because you're directly connected to their systems. What do you think the Saturn rings is? What do you think technologies these beings are doing with Nibiru? What do you think they're done to the with this what do you call the Niberian Dietic crystal grid? They've used these giant crystals to F us. They weaponized them. Something to do with Stonehenge, England, which is part of Atlantis. Hello, Atlantis and Lemuria are still here, vatos. They've just been renamed. They've been renamed England, Ireland, Wales, Netherlands. There's Atlantis. There was Nohasa. You know Nohasa, Atlantis? Okay. Bruja, Atlantis. Okay, we're talking about the history, our history. You were in Atlantis and Lemuria. The scientists don't acknowledge Atlantis. It's some fiction. It's not fiction. That's where it all started. That's where these fallen beings, which are, it's kind of maybe confusing you. These beings are aliens, but called angels. Angels are aliens. that are multidimensional in these 15 dimensions. We talked about the 15 dimensions of our time matrix. Well, they're coming from those dimensions down to our dimension. And when you watch Star Wars or Star Trek, you get confused because you're like, damn, that's going to take a long time. No, they don't go light speed, honey. They jump. They jump through stargates. So there is no long time to get here. There's only a second, instant, wherever planet they're coming through or gate they're coming through, the sun, the planet, or other planets. Maybe they made their own wormholes. There's a lot of things that most 3D humans have no clue. It is the beings coming from galactic places, stars, other dimensions, who are interested in stuff like secret space program. You're interested in stuff like angels and aliens and other worlds and other realities and other technologies. So spirituality is a big topic. There's a lot to it. And as we awaken, we're going to be learning all kinds of secrets that, wow, are you kidding me? This is the time of disclosure, guys, believe it or not. We may have some drama, we may have some issues with these dark beings, but in general, there's a lot of disclosure happening on Earth, which is a good thing, a good sign. So I just want to make something because it just came into my mind. I've had they were supposedly friends. I thought they were friends. They think absolutely, when they think you're stupid or something's wrong with you if you look into the politics as a spiritual person. Where do you think the fallen angels are? Where do you think the big things happening on Earth in the spiritual war and the spiritual drama are? They are with these powerful rich people and these dark governments. So looking into politics is something that spiritual people do! Okay? Folly, fool, clowns. Okay, there is part of your spirituality is learning what they're doing to you. Oh, don't pay any mind to what those that's not spiritual stuff. Ignore political stuff. Ignore the dark, illuminated ones. You see the folly, you see the ignorance, you see the pitfalls, you see the landmines. Yes, spiritual people look at whistleblowers. We look at what's going on behind the scenes, and you have discernment. You don't believe every story or conspiracy. You have discernment. The best discernment, guys, to check any religion, the best discernment to check any New Age movement belief, like the Galactic Federation or Archangel Michael or Arcturian or councils of whatever, the best way to check any politician, the best way to check any boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife material is, I have 3 words for you. Law of one. Does your religion, government, politician, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend understand, know, realize that all are God, all are one? There you go, baby. There's your discernment. There's your barometer. Within you, you know law of one. You see what doesn't recognize law of one as a distortion. So check Michael for law of one. Check Galactic Federation for law of one. What do you see? What are they teaching you? Are they teaching you chosen ones? Yes, they are. That's the classic Jehovian Anunnaki. Okay, the Guardians remind us who's running it. Who's running Galactic Federation, you guys? It's not the Anunnaki from Nibiru, it's Jehovah, Yahweh. Jehovian Anunnaki run Galactic Federation, vatos. Sometimes they work together with those Luciferian from Nibiru. Luciferians, Satanists, don't come from Earth, homie. Oh, you think so? You're one of those black witches, magicians, shapeshifters. You're not worship. It's not coming from Earth, honey. Lucifer is coming from a different planet. Luciferianism, Satanism is in the universe. It's not an Earth thing. Okay? Just like the law of one is not an Earth thing, it's a universal thing. And there's an opposing force. They're against the Christos, against Christ. And there's a definition, not the religion definition. It's called anti-Christos, right? They're against. Take this word live. You want to live, I want to live. Humans want to live. Spell live backwards. L-I-V-E. E-V-I-L. The reverse of living is evil. Evil takes, consumes. So is your, you find hierarchy in your Galactic Federation? Do you find hierarchy in angels? You see, guys, there is no hierarchy in God when all are one, all are equal, all are the same. Not the same. What I mean is all are equal in intrinsic value. No one's better than another. It doesn't matter if you're smarter, more money, more this, more that. Everyone is God. Law of one. That is your barometer. That is what you check everything against. That is the guardian angelic nation's principle. You're a light worker. Damn, this battery of this light is dying, guys. This is one of the things I have to get is batteries for this. Sorry. You're a angelic of light? Are you an angel of light? Are you following light? What's up? Yeah, it makes a difference, huh? But it flickers. Is it still flickering? No? All right. There's no light on this side, but we'll just deal with it, okay? What was I saying? The light. You're serving light, okay? You're serving unconditional love. This is like a war, right? It's been happening. If you guys read Voyagers 2 by Asha and Andine, you will be freaking shocked. You'll be freaking shocked what these beings are doing, have done. What they've done to Earth, what they've done to our people, more than once. We're talking about beings. We're talking about beings that destroyed our whole race before. A whole race, I mean, the ones on human seeding 1, wiped out by these beings that you're worshiping. Some people are worshiping these beings. Seeding 2, wiped out by the draconians, reptilians. Nice beings, you're still worshiping them? Now we're in seeding 3, and we're dealing with Anunnaki, we're dealing with reptilians, and at the same time, they're trying to tell you they're good. What do you think a criminal does? Huh? They try to act like they're good. They get close to you and take your shit. They backstab you. They act nice. They act sweet. What do you think a narcissist is? Okay? They'll turn around, baby, because they know what they're fucking doing. Excuse my language. They know what they're doing. They're effing with you, man. They're trying to twist you. They're vampires. Maybe they don't even know it. My question to you is, are you still with the vampire? Do you still have a narcissist husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend? Why? You can't blame nobody but yourself. Get rid of, you would say put boundaries, you got to get these people out of your life. That's part of spirituality. along with your shadow work, ego work. We didn't get to that yet. And those other things we mentioned, you also have to do that. You know, this is this is a change, and it's not fun. I miss steak and hamburgers and stuff. I don't really miss it actually, but there was a period of time, it took me so long to get over that, guys. Sometimes in your life, your body may need meat, or maybe you're gonna have to eat meat sometime. Just realize you can be flexible. If you're completely inflexible, something's wrong. You need to be flexible when your body and your energies need it. Like this, this is an example. I could go fast if I want, but I don't want to fast when I'm camping. I could. I just need the energy, guys. And there's unknown factors out here. I want to be alert, and I don't want to be, because when you fast, you don't have that full energy and strength. I need it out here. I need my wits. I need my energy, and I need to be able to protect myself, be tactical, be alert. Understand? So I will eat, I won't fast. I won't fast. When I get my house, eventually I'll start renting a house, then I'll fast. So, thank you guys for being here tonight with me on Christos Avatar. 61 people tonight. Sorry, you guys, it gets dramatic sometimes. I can raise my voice sometimes. I'll work on that. Just know that the energy is genuine. It is coming from a space of love, you guys, because when you start becoming a guardian and changing yourself, it starts to disgust you what's happening here. It really gets, I don't mean gets to you, but it's like you feel such an injustice here. You feel like damn, you wish you could just take it all away so people don't suffer. Other people won't have to go through all that hell. So you get a little bit emotional. But just realize your brother Thavian's coming from a space of love, man. I want to do everything to inform you about these dark beings, so you will no longer be under their noose, no longer be under their power. When the illusion is revealed, okay? That's what light does. Light shines. Okay? No light? Wow. It's dark until there's light. Okay? Light shines. That's what we do. We shine. Oh, you're not shining? I guess you're not light. Turn up the light, vatos. Stand in love. Stand in integrity. Not love, fear, guilt, shame. What is that? That's old paradigm. No more fear-based belief systems. Shame put you in... people are doing horrible things to themselves. Whipping themselves. Harming themselves. Hello. We're behind enemy lines. You know that, Starseed? A lot of you are what we call starseeds, indigos, indigo children, light workers. Okay? That means you're part human, part alien. That means maybe you have human parents, mother and father, and they have an indigo child, starseed indigo child. Well, that's one thing the scientists don't understand or realize, is because they don't believe in spirit. Scientists won't acknowledge ghost, spirit, whatever you call it. That's where some of your DNA is coming from. You don't understand this stuff, hybrid alien humans, unless you realize you have your mother's DNA and your father's DNA. They had sex, and while the fetus is in there with your mother and father's DNA, the spirit comes in and brings its DNA. Now you got human mother, human father, alien starseed. Get it? The spirit embodies now this new body. Now you got an alien embodied in this new body. It's not human only. Now the dark beings are doing the same thing. We look human. Hello. We're not. Only. I like to say the word only after that. We're not human only. Yes, we have. You don't even say we have human in us. No, the humans have us in them. The humans are developing strand 1, 2, 3. That's all Earthseed, vatos. 4th is Earthseed. 5th is Earthseed. 6th is Earthseed. I mean, these are the races. Actually, let me make a correction, because you realize after 3, that's 4th dimension is Tara. Okay, so you're bringing in Tara chakras. That's not Earth. That's Tara. Earth is 3, 2, 1. Butt, groin, and ego. That's consciousness of Earth. Butt, groin, and ego. Survival, sex, and egomania. Me. That's Earth for you, baby. 4th dimension, astral consciousness. You can leave your body. You understand spirit. You're in another dimension, honey. 5th dimensional archetype. You know what that is? Do you know what an angel really is? Those are aliens from other worlds coming to your mother, father. They made an agreement with them. They're born. Wah, you woke up. Maybe you didn't wake up. For example, you don't know you're an indigo. You don't know you're a human alien hybrid. So they're not going to get that information from their human parents. Do you think ask your human parents if you're a starseed or indigo? Ask them some questions like about spiritual indigo children. First of all, start talking to your parents about reincarnation. Hey, mom, did you know? Dad, did you know that we, it's hard to do that though if they're hardcore religion. They think reincarnation is all that Satan stuff, Lucifer stuff. You're going on the wrong path. We're gonna pray for you, child. You better get yourself right with God. I will as soon as I can. I'll go see that priest, honey. No, I won't. Machiwa. We still got a coal going, so let me put some more incense. Let me put some amber on. That kicks ass, vatos. Well, take a handful of trail mix. Yeah, baby. Woohoo! I can't stand it when the lighting's off. I'm a Virgo, so I that stuff drives me crazy. I could turn on a generator and put on a real light, but why waste that much gas? You guys, my body doesn't want this. It's got M&Ms in it, man. But whatever. It's an emergency right now. I'm almost out of light. I'm almost out of butt paper. I'm almost out of food. Give me a break. Amber. Millions of years old. Much respect to Amber. You guys, one day I'll be selling this stuff on my website, okay? Not now, I'm just in transition, but that's my goal. And maybe herbs too, but mostly incense. I want to get incense from around the world. Dragon's blood, frankincense, copal, and there's different versions of all these, white copal, gold copal. Certain frankincense is from India, some is from Afghanistan. You were saying they all have different energies. So yeah, I'm gonna turn a generator on. But let me grab my real light. I'm a Virgo, I can't stand it. Yeehaw, baby! Got a real light. Unless something happened to the light bulb while I was camping and moving and shit. Let's turn on the generator. And what this is so cool about my generator, guys, is so I went I did a lot of research to find my generator. And what's cool is, see, this is on normal batteries. I have to go buy normal batteries. I can't, you know, that I got to fix that problem. I got to put rechargeables in here. It doesn't have them, and I don't have more. This is doing some weird shit like flickering. See? Well, not now, but anyways, we're turning on the real light. It's like 100 feet away. Voila. Put this over here. Please work. Please have a good light bulb. Because I don't have extra light bulbs, so I didn't think about that. Because I didn't plan to use this. Because it uses electricity. It uses gasoline when I turn on the... Yes! But it's really freaking bright. Shit. And what's the best place to do it? But notice it has that yellow tint to it. Is that bad? It seems okay. It's just different looking. It's better than what it was, wasn't it? Isn't it, guys? It doesn't have a long cord, but I'll try it a little bit. What? Dude, why does my iPhone do that shit? I don't know what the hell that light is. Fuck off. Okay, I'll push it back, bitch. It does some weird with the lighting. This is, besides that, it's a great camera, but it does some weird shit with the lighting. If it's too close, too whatever. All right. It's gonna have a shadow behind my head, but never mind that, right? Pink elephant in the house. You're a Virgo, Lamb? What's up, Lamb? When it's happy birthday on September, I'll say happy birthday. Oh shit, man! Look how bad this one is. It won't even take care of my shadow on my side. Well, that's better on high, but that's kind of close, right? Forget it, or we'll still do it. I just have to move all this shit. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Sorry, guys, but it's all good. We're making it work. Like one of the big things about getting in this house, if I get it, you know, is I will have a real lighting system, real studio. Like, I'll make it a real studio, like. Because the candle doesn't throw off a lot of light. It's not helping me. Still got a shadow behind me, guys. I'd have to put it like right. Forget it. It's the message that counts. So we're doing this, right? Yeah, baby. Don't even need that light now. All right, so it's been a good conversation about spirituality and all that stuff. All the stuff that we normally wouldn't probably even consider. Like, whoa, I thought it was just about earth, heaven, and hell, and angels and God. Didn't we all, right? To be honest, we didn't know better. Our parents didn't know better. The world didn't know better. But there is a record. There is a history. And like, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but the Guardians have reminded us that we're 560 million. We were created, our race, our people. Yes, we're created by other beings, but they're guardian beings. Okay, we might as well talk about, since we're talking about your spirituality and your inner peace, we might as well talk about where it comes from. We have God. God's first, Vatos. It's not a boy, it's not a girl. It's a consciousness that created everything. Wow. God includes, encompasses everything. Everything is within. Think of everything inside of God, part of God. Okay, there's God. God said, hey, I feel like downstepping and experiencing other versions of myself. To learn about myself, to create. When God does this, it's creating. God's creating lifetimes, living experiences that God wouldn't have done otherwise. Excuse me. So God downstepped itself to something called the ecstatic consciousness. Ecstatic level is a level of the structure of creation, and it's called the primal sound fields. We have 3 of them. 3 primal sound fields. So the first one is think of a sphere. Because the Earth's not round, Vatos. It's a sphere. Within spheres, within sphere, within sphere, within a flat Earth. No, not really. It's ludicrous. God is spherical. God is, the universes are spherical. The cosmos is spherical. The dimensions are spherical. Your planet is spherical. Your morphogenetic field, that's not you, your morph field is spherical. It's all spherical, baby. Go check. Your astral, go check, Vatos. See if the Earth is flat. See if the Earth is round. I don't know. Who cares, right? Go check. You don't need to rely on a third party, a middleman to God. You go find out. So there's God. Downstepped itself. Look, this became this. No, God projected itself, downstepped itself into an inner space. The next sphere in is the ecstatic. God, the fullest expansion of God. Ecstatic ascended masters. Polaric ascended masters. Triadic ascended masters. Those are the 3 levels of downstepping of God. Now it is these 3 levels, these 3 ecstatic, polaric, triadic. These are what you call all these beings. They're eternal. No corruption, no darkness, all direct, you would say, open channel to God, to the completeness. When you say that, that means you have awareness of all consciousness, all life. I've experienced that, you guys. When you realize you're Christos, I know my father has experienced it once in his life. I know my mother has experienced it once in her life. Whatever circumstances, it could be in a dream. It could be in something emotional, something big. Something will cause you to have this understanding. You will feel all of this consciousness inside you and more. Okay? So these 3 levels that we just mentioned, those are eternal gestalts of consciousness. They're called collectives, not individuals. There's no such thing as an individual. That's what humans think. You're just a person. No, you're not. You're a multi-dimensional consciousness. Many. You're a many. You're a plural. Get used to that, you guys, because guardians realize themselves as plural beings, as a multitude. You, Johnny, Sue, Alice, whoever, you, Holy One, are a multitude of consciousness. You just don't have it all connected yet. You got the wires not all plugged in yet. You got to activate some your junk DNA, honey. That's in your junk. This and this and this is in your junk. You have 3 strands activated. You have 9 strands. Wait, that's not 9. You have 9 strands in your junk. Actually, you have more, right? But when it comes to the human, we're talking about now the human Templar. The human Templar is 12. There's indigos, there's starseeds who have 24 or 36 or 48. Jeshua, Sananda, Melchizedek, baby Jesus, had 48 potential. He had 12 strands activated. According to Ashiana and the Guardian Materials, Jesus, Jeshua, not from religion point of view, okay, had 12 strands activated. Now we normally can perceive sometimes from these chakras, higher chakras, even the crown, even the thymus and thalamus, and this is called, well, we have galactic 1 chakra, galactic 2 chakra, then we have the earth core chakra below your feet. No, that's earth star. The one below your feet is your earth star chakra. The one in the middle of the planet Earth is your earth core chakra. And then the one 3 feet above your head, that's universal chakra 1. And the one that's way out in outer space, that's the best way to say it. Way out, it's part of your aura, dude. It's way out in outer space. You think your aura is like this? That big? It's more than miles. It's more than millions of miles, billions of miles. It is universal. That is your 15th chakra. Okay? So now we mostly talk about the Christos, which is 12. That's good enough. That's high enough. These are avatar beings. And those are above archangels. Think of it not as hierarchy, but as larger consciousness. That is, it's kind of like, I've even heard Ashiana say it. I like how she said it. Some of us are playing big bodies. Some of us are playing little bodies. But we're still equal in value. We're still God. They're God, we're all God. So there's no competition. I mean, what I'm saying is you're not comparing each other. You're not judging each other. You're not saying, I'm better than you. I'm higher than you. So you have to listen to what I have to say because I'm more knowledgeable. I'm more connected. Hello. Remember, all are God. All are equal in intrinsic value. Other higher beings are simply more consciousness, more bigger, able to handle more. It's literally like a bandwidth thing. They can take on a hell of a lot more data. And what's interesting is everything in the physics of those higher realities are faster. According to Voyagers 2, which you can find on Google, Ashiana Dane, Voyagers 2, archive.org. There you go, free PDF. You will find out that I forgot what I was going to say, guys. But we have this information that's going to break down everything I'm saying tonight. Most of it is in there. And so, anyways, we are learning this in our spirituality. We're awakening to this identity. This is our identity on earth, just this. But you connect to other worlds through your higher chakra. Okay? And then you are seeing angels. Now you're seeing your higher selves. You can see them, man. You literally, I call it, it's like more real. It's hard to, how is that possible? It's more realistic, or not realistic, that's not the right word. It's more lucid, more vivid, more real than this reality. When you see them, I see them, and I am them too. You see yourself with them. You are them. That's the kind of like confirmation that, hey, this chakra is really just got to be activated, and you will be experiencing it. You guys, if you haven't seen it yet, please watch my 420 video, April 20th. Go to that video, find it. That's when I saw my avatar. Lucid, absolutely magnificent, absolutely glorious. And all of you have one. All of you are God. Only the fallen angels are trying to trick you otherwise. Machiwa. We are blessed beings. Yes, we are. We're protected. We're blessed, and we're come here to help to heal the planet, to raise the vibration and the consciousness of the earth and humanity. We have a sacred path, a sacred journey. You need to wake up, sleeping indigo. Machiwa. Megan, blessed Holy One. Sagittarius are teachers? Anyone could be a teacher. Yep, you're gonna have beings 20 feet tall or bigger. And notice, I don't know what's going on with John Carpenter, or was that his name? He knows an awful lot about these cat feline people. Notice they're bigger than humans? Because they are. Machiwa. He didn't call them Lyrans, he didn't call them Anuhazi, he called them the Neriti, right? Nefertiti? Or, no, that's the Egyptian god, or Egyptian pharaoh. I mean, the Niru, or Noru. I forgot their name. He named it some race, but obviously it's a connection to these Lyran, feline hominids. That's what I just realized what I forgot. We have this heritage, you guys, coming, that's why I was trying to start at the top. God, the 3 levels of ascended masters, and these 3 levels created extraterrestrials. Extraterrestrial beings. They are God too. God, created alien living races in our hologram. So the guardians, the ascended masters, created like the blue flame. You have the blue flame ascended master. You have the gold flame. They're called solar rishi. Blue flame, gold flame, violet flame. These are the highest races in our realities, in our time matrix, in our hologram. And it's these beings, these 3 collectives, that create races. That means they create a body. Let's say they're in 12th, remember we just said the Earth star, Earth core, is 13th dimension. These 13th dimensional beings create aliens in the 12th dimension. The gold flame 14th dimensional beings create aliens, extraterrestrials, in the 10th dimension. The violet flame solar rishi created alien beings in the 11th dimension. So now we got aliens in the 12th, 11th, and 10th dimension. We're going down towards us, you know, the 3rd dimension. So we got these beings. Holy, this Lyran people, the Anuhazi, they're the first aliens. The first spoken language. They're the first planet, the first people, and they're called the Christos. That's our heritage, you guys. Our heritage is the Christos. We're coming from the blue flame. They call themselves the Emerald Order. The gold flame called themselves the Gold Order. The violet flame called themselves the Brahmarama. So these 3 are creating life, creating alien beings. They seed the DNA on a planet. The DNA grows, the beings grow and create living races on their planet. They become sophisticated, technological, and they expand and create more life on other planets within their dimension. That's within their dimension of the 12th dimension. Now, remember, beings were created in the 11th dimension. Those beings are creating life in the lower dimensions too. And they take spirit and go inside the bodies that they create for themselves. So they inhabit the bodies that they created for themselves. Most people are saying, oh, God created. That's what we're trying to explain. We're all God. These are highly evolved and, first of all, non-distorted. They're still connected to Law of One. They're still serving the Emerald Order. They're good guys. They created life in the lower dimensions. That is like God downstepping. Okay? We're downstepped from the Lyran cat people. We're lesser than that DNA. Those beings have 36 strands of DNA, maybe 48. I'm not sure. I got to check the Voyager's information. But that's freaking unbelievable compared to what we are. So now I'm getting closer to where we are. The Lyrans, or the Anuhazi, cat people, they created a race called the Lyran Syrian Anuhazi. That means they're coming out of Sirius B. So this is the first hominids. Wow, dude. It's a trip. What the fuck? Excuse my language. I'm tripping out, dude. I just had my own realization right here on this live. Maybe I'm wrong. Christos. They don't look like cats, but they go into cat bodies. The Lyran, Sirin, Anuhazi. Liquid light is not the same as the other realities. Liquid light. Anyways, all of the Voyager's materials say that the Anuhazi are feline hominids. So they must look some type of liquid light feline hominids. Not exactly like the movie Avatar, but there's a reference. There's a reference. Because what's very interesting is that she does say they have blue skin. Liquid light beings that live on planet Aramatena, which is the future version of Earth. That's us. We're cat people in the future. So that's our heritage. We are the Anuhazi created Lyran, Sirin, Anuhazi, and this race is the ones that are considered. I heard an entire lecture of her saying that these are the first hominids, that we're the ones that created hominids. The blue flame on Lyran, Sirin, Anuhazi are the first. They're the model for hominid beings. So not all aliens in the universe have legs and arms. Not all aliens look like humanoids. Only the ones coming from blue flame. You can look at a reptilian Draco. They have legs and somewhat arms and wings, but realize there's some mixture of DNA. Like the gold flame have a bird people. The gold flame was mixed with the angelic. You would say the blue flame races. The gold flame, it's called Ceres. The bird people are called Ceres. So the Ceres were mixed with the Lemurians way back in the day to fix the Lemurian DNA. And then some of the Atlanteans who didn't agree with what was going on in Atlantis, they flip-flopped and switched and came over to Mu, which is where the Lemurians live. So they came to the continent of Mu, and the bird people also fixed their DNA. So in this very important time in history, we became complete again with the fixed Lemurian and Atlantean DNA. We had guardians again. We still had Atlanteans trying to kill everybody, but so I just thought of that. It was very interesting. But you can have beings that look like they have wings. Just remember where the wings come from. The wings come from the gold flame. That means they got some gold flame DNA. So not all angels have wings, okay, but some do. There's actually less beings that have wings than there are angels that don't have wings. Technically, every being in dimension 6 is an angel, called an angel, a celestial. That's the matter form, is celestial. So you don't have to have wings. You just have to be living in 6th dimension. Then you're an angel, whether you're good or bad, right? They're just called angels. So 6th dimensional beings are obviously a big part of our drama. Angels are a big part of our drama. And indigos are third eye 6th dimensional beings. They're angels. This is why Ashiana uses this word in a lot of her work. They're angels, ETs, visitors from other worlds, other dimensions, which is you in the future. You have this in the future. You are in the future now. You can see them. Go meet them. I don't mean take a spaceship. I mean go out of your body. Go into another. Go into another. Travel. I love spirit guides too. I started with spirit guides. Heavenly Precious 69. Galactic Guardians are so precious. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, they are. It's unbelievable. Sylvia says, I'm here, just trying to figure out why. And that's perfectly okay. We all are there trying to understand at our own, you know, progression, because we all progress at certain levels. I know Hawk is one of my spirit guides. I don't know what kind, but in general, I love hawks. Hawks are very, if we're going to talk about spirit guides, my highest one, I would say, is the 11th dimensional Pegasi, which is a Pegasus. I've seen that throughout my life, and these beings are coming from planet Avion, which is in the 11th dimension. They shared planet with the Anu Elohim. They weren't called that then. They were called the Anu, A-N-Y-U. Not like how Google says A-N-U. No, the Guardians call it A-N-Y-U, Anu. So these were the beings who came, the precursor, the creators of the Anunnaki are the Anu Elohim. So they lived on planet Avion with Pegasi. Well, there's Anu, Pegasi, the whale people, the dolphins, and there's something called aquatic apes, mermaids, whatever. So we have all this water beings coming out of the violet flame. And what's interesting is most of this angelic war, most of this drama, most of the fallen angels are coming from blue flame and gold flame. They're the ones attacking each other. Okay? The third one, the violet flame, are peaceful. The Pegasus, the unicorns, I just said it, the dolphins. These beings are all peaceful. They're not at war. Of course, you're going to find some individuals or some rebels, right? You're going to find some dark ones. But generally speaking, most of Ashiana's work, most of the Guardian work are between the Anunnaki, the reptilians. Actually, technically, Draconians. Well, and the reptilians, but you're not going to hear a bunch of dark Pegasuses, dark dolphins. They're there. That's what Anunnaki are. They're part dolphin. Remember, they're called dolphin, bipedal dolphin people. That's what the Anunnaki are, man. That's what the Jehovian Anunnaki are. On Sirius A, they're bipedal dolphin people. All the other Anunnaki are hybrids, man. They're not the true Anunnaki. They're just part Anunnaki. That's the Enlil, the Enki, the Marduk, and the Pleiadian Semyasi. Those are all the hybrid wannabe Anunnakis. They're still half Anunnaki. Just realize they're not the full-bred Jehovians, Yahweh, the gods that you worship. Some of you. Machiwa, they're actually called Jehovanians, kind of like abbreviated to Jehovian, and then being called Jehovah or Yahweh. It freaking trips you out when you've been believing in these beings who aren't even freaking what you think they are. More, cleanse more of our space. Keep on that protection. Put some sacred copal, frankincense, amber, benzoin. I don't carry the dragon's blood because it's very expensive. I don't carry that around with me, but I have some. It's in my storage. Oh! You would think I would learn from my lesson. It just shattered. Still burns. I want a little bit of benzoin. You always just need one piece of benzoin. At least for me, I don't know. It's like a little gray resin. Yeah, baby! Thank you guys for being with me. Thank you for hanging out. A lot of you guys are very spiritual. You guys are very knowledgeable. You're part of Team Indigo too. You know these angels are cheering, man. Yeah. For us, we're the boots on the ground. Maybe they're out there, yeah, in a spaceship or mothership. They're doing their job and duty. We're doing our part on the ground. So they care about us, they love us, they protect us, holy ones. That doesn't mean you stop praying for protection and stop putting up your protection yourself. You don't just rely on these other guard. Oh man, that's very strong. That's really strong. Oh shit. Oh, whoa. I gotta put it a little bit farther away. I forget about, sometimes I don't pay attention to amber. The amber is overwhelming if you put too much, but it doesn't mean it's bad to have amber. I'm just saying, when it goes into your nostrils, it's like, whoa, that's too strong. This is high grade. This is high grade stuff, man. It's not like a hard rock thing like the other ones. This is like a soft clay, man. And you even see moisture on your fingertips. So it burns really good. And technically you want to be relaxed and be alone and just smother yourself with it, man. Your whole body, 360, all the way around, all the way up and down. Make sure, even if you have another person help you, you know, get it on you, man. You'll see this stuff burning in my space all the time because those dark beings don't like this shit. You put frankincense on, that is putrefying to them. They don't want to be in that energy. So if you guys got any type of dark beings messing with you, effing with you, start freaking throwing that shit up. And then throw up your Maharic shield. Start connecting, put out those guardian, what I call symbols, symbol codes. Throw some around, put them around your body, and pray to Holy Elohai. Pray to your own self, your own higher selves. You are a priest of light. You have abilities. You have resources, honey. We have an antenna array that go out there. Okay, you can reach out those other dimensions and worlds and beings. Why not do it then? We're not talking about inviting anyone and everyone in the galaxy, right? But you know what I'm saying? Your own upline, the ones up your own DNA line, okay? And not all of those are. Don't assume that this is another thing, guys. There's darkness from first dimension all the way to the 11th dimension. Think about that. When you leave this place, ascend, it's not over. Oh, you'll be in a better body, better civilization, more advanced, more intelligent, more psychic, more beautiful, more perfect. But there's still darkness and still spiritual war. All the way up, all the way up. Earth, spiritual war, angelic war. Tara, angelic war. Gaia, angelic war. You don't have freedom total joy, happiness, and peace until you get to the 12th dimension. The Christos, the Christ. What's up? That's a big story, guys. That's in Voyagers 2 as well. That's when they're not the Anunnaki at that level. They're called Anu Elohim. So the Anu Elohim are the ones who started it all. They attacked first the reptilians. They're technically the Omicron. They're called Omicron, Dragon Moth. They attacked them first. They attacked the Guardians. The Omicron are not innocent. They were fallen angels by then too. They went through something called code convolution. That's where your mother, incest, and you try to keep your DNA within the family so you can have a pure blood. Well, you keep doing that and doing that and doing that thousands of years, millions of years. That is called code convolution. You start getting distortions in your biology, your DNA. Guess what happens? Your body gets distorted, your consciousness becomes distorted. So these divine beings, over those long periods of times, eventually became dark against the Christos. And that's the reason why we talk about the Christos, is because they're the ones at the top. They're the ones that are still good and pure and connected to God. We're all connected to God. We're all God. I said it wrong. We're the ones who still honoring the Emerald Covenant, still honoring the law of one. Okay? Still being guardians. Those other beings aren't. They choose with their God sovereign free will. They chose to be against, to go reverse. They did something so crazy, something so bizarre, as take their 12 strand and cut it off. They cut off their 12 strand from their geneticists cut it out. So they only had 11 strand. Isn't that crazy? So these beings had 12 strand potential, but gave it up. Why? Why would they do that? That's because they wanted to be separated from the Guardians, literally, physically separated, so they can no longer be incarnate into their DNA. Right? They want to stop the gold flame beings, blue flame beings, from telling them what to do. It's not like they're bosses, but it's not like authority either. But it's like you respect these guardians, and they don't want to anymore. They want to be free of them. So they had to cut off their 12 strand so they can no longer. That's how it's explained by Ashiana and the teachings, guys. They can no longer incarnate. I mean, okay, you have 12 strand. What's above 12 strand? Holy Rishi beings. They don't want the Rishi telling them what to do anymore. So they cut the 12 strand off. Now no Rishis can go into their DNA. They can no longer take their spirit and go into an Anu Elohim body because they took it off. It's kind of like not separate, but is separate. It separated itself. These beings separated themselves from the Guardians. And that created darkness from 11th dimension down. And what it also does, what they also did to themselves, is they cut themselves off from source God, source energy, source consciousness. They don't have aura. They don't have activated these chakra. They're in phantom. Phantom doesn't have, like a living planet has life force coming through all the way down. God takes this energy, brings it down through something called the Kundalini life force energy, comes down farther and becomes lesser, called Kirashe energy. Kirashe is refined down into a lesser energy called Maharata energy. The Maharata energy is refined and brought down to something lower called Kundalini energy, which you guys think is the shit, but it's not the shit. It's the lowest level of this energy of God. The ones in Phantom, they don't have this. That's one of the things they had to put up with, I guess. Being in some Phantom finite level world, their reality is finite. That's why they have to vampire. They have to vampire planets. They vampire whole systems, people, races. They will take the energy any way they can. Okay, that's what they do. Now they're phantom, dark, wicked beings for sure. Against God, against the guardians, against Christos, against you, and everything you represent. All they want to do is consume you, dominate you, or wipe you out. And that's what they have been doing. They've been taking over planets, systems, and you guys, they're not schmucks. They're freaking from God too. They're powerful, intelligent too. You don't like think of them as, you know, they can't do nothing to me. Machiwa. I love you guys. So that is where the whole angelic war we have is coming from. It's not even our war. That's way up in the 11th dimension, man. That's the L war. That's the L family. It's an L thing. You know, L as in Elohim. Anu, Elohim. Remember this name. Anu, Elohim. Anu, Elohim. Why we have misery. Why we have death. Okay? Because of Anu, Elohim. Once we're beautiful, perfect guardians. Had code convolution, incest, whatever you want to call it, for millions, billions of years, and became twisted, became distorted, became dark. Now we have the El family, Elohim family, and their angels, Michael, Elohim, Ariel, Elohim. These wicked Anu Elohim phantom beings that got the human race, at least most of them, to worship them and feed their phantom appetites. Oh, they'll use planets to do it too. They'll siphon any way they can, batos. That's what we're up against, homie. We're guardians. You're trying to develop your spirituality. You're trying to like awaken and shit in the sand, but you're being stopped from ascending. The vampires are keeping you down, baby. That's what the Earth story is about. Trying to keep us down, stop us from ascending. Well, some of us are getting through, honey. Some of us are awakened. I mean, we can account for what's going on on Earth. Most people aren't awakened. Check religions, check social media, check politics, turn on TV, see if we're awakening on the Earth. No. A select, small, and I mean small population. That's the truth of the situation, guys. So we would love to have everyone awaken and change, but there's no change happening in most humans. They can be loving, they can be sweet, but they're still in dark systems. They're still worshiping the opposite of what they think they are. And you're not even supposed to be worshiping. That's a false creed, a dark system. That's a vampiric thing. Worshiping, sacrificing, fear, guilt, shame. Did you notice those are all negative things? Those are all dark things. Narcissism, psychopaths, criminals, people who torture and murder people. It's all dark shit coming out of the fallen angels, who are those same beings creating your religions, creating your commandments, creating your laws and rules. You must do this, you must do that. Now you're following some dark system and you forgot, you don't even know what you're in. You're dragged to church. This happened thousands of years ago, but you think it's the way it is. See, sometimes I hear weird cars and vehicles on the highway. I don't know what that noise is. And I'm like, what the F? Oh, it's just some guy's muffler, you know? What's up, Batos? How you doing, homie? And you guys, I'll always lay that disclaimer. You don't have to believe everything I say or what Ashiana says, or the guardians, what they say. You have your own discernment. But there's something here that you resonate with. That's why you're still here. I love you. And you guys can get truth here, find truth there, find some truth there. Maybe you find some truth in the Bible. You're going to find some truth. That's your truth. Okay? This is a spiritual awakening. We're talking peacefully, and we can peacefully disagree and still love each other. Did you know that? You don't have to judge me. You don't have to chew me out or yell at me or say despicable, horrible things I've read on comments. You can just, still love each other. Okay, you don't have to believe what I say. I don't have to believe what you say, but we can still get along, right? Well, you would think so, but that doesn't happen all the time. Megan. Yeah, just pray for them. What else can you do? Actually, remember, the guardians are not saviors. We're just simply, we have so much love. The angels have so much love. They're willing to come down to this dangerous consciousness. Nowadays, the Roman days, the Greek days, it was all dangerous. Jeshua's days, it was dangerous. Atlanta's days, it was dangerous. Lemurian, they got wiped out, it was dangerous. And so for an angel to come to this dangerous world, this dangerous consciousness, that tells a lot about how much they love us. I've heard Ashiana say, an indigo can get stuck here. They could end up in Phantom if you switch and go start serving darkness. Because that's exactly what these fallen angelics are doing. They're creating an army of chosen ones in their galactic federation. You're chosen, all right. Oh, yeah. Just remember what that end of service is about. When you do your end of service of being the chosen ones, and you will be expendable, you will no longer be needed. Why do they need guardians? Because of our DNA. Our bodies have the DNA codes they need. For what, Davian? It may sound weird to you, but it's because of the Stargates. When we say you're guardians, man, it's a true covenant that you are serving as guardian with your life, with your service of an angelic being. It's in our DNA that we can access Stargates on Earth because it's our planet, and we have access to the gates. We have access to inner Earth and its gates. And so the dark ones want to get that DNA. And now you have the ascension codes that guardian had. So you indigo child, you start switching to the other side, start being black magician, get into the occult, start doing some, card tricks. Now you're serving these other people. Now you're believing in some Golden Dawn shit and some other twisted things. Wow. You had a great purpose in life. Now what are you doing? Sleeping indigo, wake up. Wake up. I love you. All of you waking up. We're waking up. Yeah. We're feeling our psychic powers. We're sensing all these alien angel beings. We're getting connected to our higher realization of God. You guys, this is a great time to be alive. This is a period of time called spiritual awakening because of the stargates on Earth are open. That's a stargate is a chakra. So say it the other way. A chakra is a stargate. 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 Open your stargates, holy ones. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right there. Open your consciousness, your spirit. Your energy of God. You are holy. That's why I call you holy. What's up, holy ones? Machiwa. You are light. So stand in this light, this covenant, this principle. We are connected. We are the Christos. We are the Christ returning to earth as promised. We are Christos, not in our feline form. We're in this form. We came down to our mother, father DNA. Hello, now we look like humans. We're the Lyrans, reminding you you're Lyran. What's up, homie? Awaken, let's do this. Come on, yeah. See what? Machiwa, Makaya. Spirit orb time. Some of you don't think this shit is real. Okay, let's find out. You guys, I didn't go to a drum circle tonight or today because I knew it would tempt me to smoke. I want to be doing this for a week or 10 days before I even go to another drum circle. Yeah, I don't like using generator, but whatever. We had to tonight. It was a special occasion. I won't have no issues later, no battery issues. We're taking care of. Let me put that in my notes. No battery issues. Make sure I have no battery issues. No battery issues. Sometimes we get orbs. Sometimes there's just a little bit of orbs, but we don't know when that happens, so we keep checking. I don't have to blow out the candle, but I will turn off these lights. And I also have to turn up the maximum lighting on my light. So let's do that first. Holy shit. Dude, I forgot to shut my windows. Let me do that. Well, it was daytime when we started. You won't be able to see me very well. Don't fall with my iPhone 14, please. This is because of moths. I don't want the moths all interested in my shit. And whatever else wants to peer in here. One more. All right, so let's do this. Hi. What's going on? So I gotta put my cell phone on highlight, the highest intensity. If I could do this. And I gotta switch it around and turn on the flash. Enable, what the shit? Oh, I gotta turn around first. And then enable flash. Enable flash. Whoa, it went through the wall. Did you see that? Never mind the insect. There's plenty of orbs though. That was a close orb. But that was cool. You see it floating along my floor. There was some good orbs there, guys. Even if it was just a few, there was some really good ones there. I know they usually come from the floor. But it's not that active yet. It's not really active right now, but there was some really good ones. Whoa! Hey, let's look outside for orbs. It's hard to do this with one hand, but... yeah, it's not that active tonight, but... that's what I'm talking about. That was inside my tent. Something like that. Not really anything, guys. Just a little bit. Well, I see some campers over there. You see some truck light? Yeah, I've waited longer enough. There's usually more, but there was some really good ones. Okay, let me... Did you see that? Oh, that was a good one. Oh, they're coming up. They're coming up. There's a few faint ones. Whoa! It came all the way from the corner as... This is awesome, man. And it makes you wonder how many are around you when you're sleeping. You guys see this, right? It's not just me, right? That was good, you guys. Yeah, that was awesome. When I put the phone on, it's so high light. It looks so cool when it's high light. Yeah, now the light is really excellent, but that's only because I put on high intensity. I don't know if I want to keep it on high intensity. That was fun, right? That was cool. Yeah. I think there's form of consciousness. I don't think they're dead people. Some people think they are. They're an type of living being that's coming out of the earth. So maybe it's coming there. It's a two-dimensional being coming out of the core. I just know that if you could probably see millions of them if you were in a certain place on the planet in subterranean or something. As a matter of fact, I remember years ago I saw some people who found a cave and there was millions of orbs. So they're coming from the earth. So your question is, I can't tell you exactly, but from my own idea is that they're just a type of living being that lives, the energy being. They're glowing. Like our technology can pick them up, but not like vivid pickup. But you can see them sometimes. They're always spherical. That's why they're called orbs. They glow. Sometimes they're different colors. Sometimes they're freaking blinking as they're flying by you. What makes them blink? What makes them do this? I've seen orbs come together. They're stuck together as they're flying. I've seen that many times. I've actually seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orbs stuck together. That's like an orgy. I don't know. It's something to do with energy, because when they're stuck together, they're brighter. Can you imagine two humans having sex? Their energies must get more profound. Now, I haven't learned it myself, but Ashiana has a whole series on sacred sexuality. And so I don't know how that got from orbs to sex, but it was orb sex I was seeing, or something. Their union, why would they be touching? Why would they be joined like this and flying together? So that's basically all I can tell you, but I've experienced them for a long time, and people would deny them for the longest time. Some of you probably don't think they're real. You just think they're dust particles or insects, but they're all round. They're all going like this. They're not going like a bug or like this. They're all round and going through walls and floors and ceilings and bodies. So they're like shift through reality. They're like a frequency that's not noticed until these iPhones. This technology has a sensor. Your eye doesn't pick up. The camera technology picks up little orbs. That wasn't Apple's intention. It's just a little side thing that humans started. Whoa, what's this? What's that? What? Huh? It's dust particles. Never mind. So, anyone can do this. You have a cell phone? Do what I did. You turn the camera the other way, turn the flash on, turn the camera and flash as bright as you can, and turn all the lights on. You can still catch them without lights. I mean, with lights on, but obviously it's easier to see them with no lights, and the cameras flash only. No lights. You can find orbs yourself in your own room. Look in your garage, look in your outside, look in the cemetery. And don't do that, but you know what I mean. They're gonna be gravitating towards energy, towards happiness, towards singing, towards dancing. They're high vibe. Do you see dark black orbs? They're light orbs, orbs of light, just like you're supposed to be a light worker, okay? And if you guys want to see a lot of orbs, check out my video on orbs. It's like a 4-minute video, maybe longer. I show thousands of orbs coming out of the floor. And one little space like this. There's a little space, and they're all coming out of my floor in my little humble bedroom at the time. Not once, not twice, 3 separate days. Always the same part of my floor in my bedroom. In a little space, thousands. I mean, I didn't count them, but it looked like thousands, maybe hundreds, whatever, but it was like a portal. So whatever energy I was doing, I had some person say they're everywhere. That's ignorant. They're not everywhere. Look, they're not there now. They're there sometimes. That's like saying humans are everywhere. Humans are not everywhere. Orbs are not everywhere. I disagree with you, and we can peacefully disagree. They're not everywhere. They're coming out of certain places of the planet, and they go around. They don't have mouths. They don't have eyes, but they're consuming, they're taking in, processing some type of energy. Why do they get brighter? Why do some of them get bigger? I've seen ones this big. No joke. I've had ones come out of my throat. I saw 1, 2, but that's just them flying around, flying through a tent, fly through your body. Maybe they don't see you. Some people say they see you, but I don't agree with that. I can tell sometimes they don't even notice you. They're just flying. They're just flying. And my opinion is, well, and also from what I've seen, most of them are flying so fast, we can't see them. It's only the ones that slow down. They're still going fast if you didn't notice, but they usually go like a instant. They'll flick by. So you will find them more in nature, but I want to tell you, like when I went to Sedona, there was a hell of a lot more orbs that I could see in Sedona. So they like high vibe areas, high vibe energies. They're not going to hang out everywhere like this person said. They go to where the energy is. Do some of you see you? Yes, I know. I've had a few single orbs notice me. I seen them go like this. Goes towards me, stop and go like this and go around me. What's that? When most of them are going like that, some of them go like that. So that was weird. I've seen that more than once. So I mean, I'm kind of like I used to be, not now as much, but an orb hunter, a ghost hunter. Whatever. They're not ghosts, but people call them ghosts anyway. Ghost orbs, but they're not ghost orbs. They're not dead people. Some people are gonna, yes, they're dead people. No, they're not. Okay, we can disagree. They're simply another form of consciousness. Those are the people who are uncomfortable with aliens and starseeds and spirits, and they don't believe in all that shit. So go away, right? Thank you, Starlight. I love your name, Starlight Shala. And thank you for being a member, Holy One. And that reminds me, you guys, if you guys have liked anything I've said tonight, if you like some of my videos, please consider supporting Christos Avatar. Even a small $5 gift or a membership is a gift to yourself and to me. And we are growing together. Really, you know, I want to reach, I'm transparent about what I'm doing. I want to reach 1 million people. We've already had a video that hit 1 million. We already have 250,000 subscribers. I mean, I don't mean on YouTube only. I mean like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and my website. Check out my blog if you want to. It's on my website. Eventually, I'm going to sell crystals on my website. Not now, but if I get a house. If I don't get a house, I'm still stuck in the same place in my life, but hopefully I will. If any of you guys have any house, I don't want a room, I want a house for rent. If you guys have one, tell me if it's on the West Coast. Machiwa. Thank you, Starman. I can't do that. I forgot how to do that on the... I forgot that I can't chat. I forgot that I can't chat. There's no button for the chat. Is that stupid or what? Why I can't chat in my own chat? There's the camera button. There's the top chat. Some messages such as... I have no idea what the hell that's about. Make a button?